Hi viewers, great to see you again and welcome to the weekly wrap-up video, and I hope you've all had a great trading week. So in regards to the key events we've seen this week, mainly Spain, they have garnered a lot of market attention during this trading week, given last weekend where there was a request for 100 billion euros of banking aid to tidy up the distressed banking sector of Spain. Now this really did benefit the Spanish assets throughout most of this week, given the IBEX 35 has seen a bit of outperformance, and also the Spanish banks like BBVA, Banco Santander, all benefiting from the fact that they're essentially going to be getting free money for now just to help the distressed banking sector. Now, another thing to touch upon is the rising Spanish yields. Very concerning there. The 10-year yield did briefly touch on that 7% level there, a Euro era record high, which is concerning. But it didn't make a convincing break, but it did touch upon it. And we've also seen a similar suit there in terms of the Italian 10-year yields, also significant rising in the yields this week. Now elsewhere, in regards to the Bank of Japan, so over in Asia, they kept rates on hold as expected at their target rate announcement from a range of 0 to 0.10%. But disappointing the markets because no new easing measures announced, and we did see some significant strength in the Japanese yen on the back of that, though the BOJ and the Japanese government noted that they're going to keep watching the FX market very carefully and they will act in a timely and when needed in regards to the yen to counter that strength of the yen. As we know, it's been highlighted several times that it is a growing concern for the Japanese economy, the strength of that, but they are watching that carefully. Elsewhere, at the Mansion House meeting with the BOE and the UK Treasury, they did announce some additional credit measures for the banks. So essentially just giving cheap funding for the banks, just pumping a bit of money there, cheap funding for the UK banks. And that has really benefited the shorter end there in regards to the short sterling strip, has remained well bid throughout of today's session. So in terms of key events next week, what we'll be looking out for will be the auditing results on the Spanish banking sector. Sources have suggested that the Spanish banks will need around 60 to 70 billion euros, which is lower than the suggested 100 billion euros, which is good, less of a concern. They don't need as much money as suggested. Second thing we'll look out for will be the G20 meeting. So topics are going to include the likes of Greece, just following the Sunday elections, those key elections on Sunday, we cannot forget them, as well as just growth measures for the global economy, etc. And also we'll look out for the FOMC rate decision, as well as the BOE minutes. Other than that, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and we hope here that you have had a great trading week. Thank you very much. Good night.